Hello, and welcome to the B.A.S S, Big and Small Screens. This week, I'd like to talk to you about Person of Interest. Now, this is a television series that has finished not that long ago. It's got 5 seasons, all out on DVD now, and it is absolutely fantastic. Um, done by, where is it here? Done by, I think, J.J. Abrams, Bad Robot Production, Jonathan Nolan from The Dark Knight, and it is an extremely interesting little thriller series. It basically revolves around Jim Caviezel there. He's a former U.S. What is it? A former ex-CIA agent, John Reese, and you have Michael Emerson, who plays Mr. Finch, a mysterious and reclusive millionaire um, that hires Mr. Reese, gives him a job. And the job is that Mr. Finch has a list of numbers. And these numbers all correspond to people that are going to be involved in some sort of violent crime. He doesn't know exactly why or exactly how these people are involved. And he wants Mr. Reese to investigate, figure out whether they're going to be a victim of a violent crime or whether they're a perpetrator of a violent crime, and then stop it from happening. And it is quite an amazing little series. I didn't know what to expect going in. The premise, amazingly, was one that when I first heard about it, I'm like, this looks interesting. I want to check it out. So I watched the first episode, and over that first episode, you find out where Mr. Finch is getting his numbers from. After 9/11, the big disaster, the government started looking to prevent the next one. And as a way of doing that, Mr. Finch, back in the day, he built the machine, which is tied into all surveillance, all phone calls, cell phones, email, text messages. It monitors all of it. It watches everything. And anytime it picks up on terrorist activity, certain words and phrases, certain patterns of behavior that are indicative of terrorist behavior, it fires off a number to the government so they can investigate and prevent it. Not a problem. Now, the interesting thing is, it sees everything, the machine. It doesn't just see acts of terror, it sees violent crimes, premeditated violent crimes among ordinary people. And the government doesn't consider that relevant to their mission. So Mr. Finch created a little bit of a backdoor, and he gets some of those numbers so that he can prevent these things from happening. And he gets Mr. Reese involved to be his man on the ground, so to speak. And that's where the whole thing takes off because it's all these normal violent crimes kicking around. Then you've got a couple of NYPD detectives, Kevin Chapman and Taraji P. Henson, who's in the Empire. She plays the main one of the main ladies that was in jail in that Empire TV series. She's in this as a detective, and Kevin Chapman is the other detective that gets involved, and it's those four are the core group that kind of goes on into the other seasons. I don't want to spoil anything as to everything that happens, but each week there's a new number because they never stop coming, and it's just delightfully fun and interesting and exciting. The way they build the episodes, there's a lot of comedy going on that may not be 100% intentional comedy, but it is quite amazing and quite fun. And it is one of the better television shows out there to have come along, and I'm so glad it lasted as long as it did. The 5 seasons, technically 4.5, because the fifth season's only like 13 episodes, while all the other ones are like 20 some. So it's not it lasted a good long while, and the story's built up and escalating as it goes, and it comes to a very satisfactory conclusion. They managed to have that time to be able to draw everything to a close, and that is fantastic. Unlike some other series that haven't had that time to bring themselves to that finale point, this one did, and they did it quite well. It's amazing what they've managed to do simply in the 5 seasons that they had, and it is fantastic, especially when Sarah Shahi shows up as another CIA operative who is quite interesting. I adore her character. Um, there's all kinds of fun stuff that happens in this. So if you like spy thriller, government type shows, this may be one to check out. This may be one that you like. If you haven't been watching it and you've been like, I don't really think I want to watch that, uh, trust me, you do. You do. If you like any type of like government spy thrillers, that sort of thing, if you like any type of stuff with just mild sci-fi, because there's some mild sci-fi in here, because of certain things I'm not going to get into, but there's some mild, very, very mild sci-fi, very realistic sci-fi in this. Definitely worth checking out. So, I'm going to leave this episode here. As always, if you like what I'm doing, please give that like button a tap. Give that subscribe button a tap as well if you haven't already, so you can be kept apprised of when I do new videos. Usually try and get at least one video out a week, if not more. And throw a comment in the comment section. Have you seen Person of Interest? Do you know of any other shows like this that you think I might be interested in checking out? Toss a comment in the comment section. I'd love to get a discussion going with some people. And until next time, my friends, check out Person of Interest. You might like it. And I'll see you next time.